The search for life on Mars took a giant leap forward this morning when the rover Curiosity touched down on the red planet. NASA called it 7 minutes of terror as they slowed Curiosity from 13,000 miles per hour down to 0. A futuristic sky crane carefully lowered the one-ton vehicle onto the Martian surface, and there were tears of joy and relief at NASA.
Touchdown confirmed. We're safe on Mars.
Here we had our team, which went to the Olympics. We were not sure we were going to win, but this team came back with the gold.
Well, joining us now from Edinburgh is the TV science presenter, Dr. Bunhead. Thanks for joining us on Scotland Tonight. Can you put today's events into context for us?
Yeah, I mean, this is 10 years of work. You think of these Olympians spending 4 years. He uses the Olympic analogy, which is very nice. But this is teams of hundreds of people working together on this £2 billion project. And it's not just the excitement of actually getting the largest, most sophisticated device on another planet, but it's what we're going to get out of that, the information that's going to take years to process. Scientifically, it's just this huge, big Christmas present that's been given to us of all the wealth of new information we're going to get with this sophisticated machine that's managed to successfully land. It's an incredible project to get it that distance safely touched down.
And what sort of information might we get from it?
Well, we're interested in a lot of things. The obvious ones, these things called biosignatures or biomarkers. It's like when you go to the beach and you see those little worm casts that have been left in the sand, and we know a certain sort of organism has been there before. Well, anything which lives produces some sort of marker, some sort of signature, and they're looking for these types of clues to see if there could have been any life in the past on Mars. There are a number of different things, for example, things like methane. We look at life on Earth and we find that there's water is the key ingredient we need for life to evolve. So we're looking to see, could there at any point have been liquid water on the surface of Mars? And other things like there's certain hydrocarbons and such like, which give us a clue. It's like CSI in space. We're looking for clues to say, yep, we would only expect to see that if the living organisms had been present at some time. And there are many, many different clues we can see.
There's no expectation of finding any actual life on Mars just now, though.
Given that the pressure is so low there, and you know when you go up into space, on an aeroplane journey, and your cup of tea doesn't taste quite right because you get up higher, the atmosphere is a lower pressure, the water boils at a lower temperature. Well, the pressure on Mars is very, very low, so the water would be boiling at a very low temperature, and it's also very cold. We know there is ice there. We've known since the 17th century that there are ice is there, and we know that Mars has seasons like Earth. It's a bit longer seasons, so we know that the possibility is there, but at the moment, because it's so cold and the pressure's so low, we won't expect liquid water on the surface. It might be deep down somewhere, but not on the surface.
And what about the prospect of man landing on Mars? When might that happen?
Crikey, well, there's a tough question for you. I'm afraid I'm out of my depth there. I could only hazard a guess. I mean, there's so much involved. They're doing these psychological tests now to see if we can even cope with the 8-month journey to get there and the 8-month journey coming back. I mean, the very prospect that can human beings sustain that level of being cooped up for so long is a very important question, which still hasn't been properly fully answered yet. So it's an open question at the moment, I think.
But exciting times for science nonetheless. Dr. Bunhead, thanks for joining us on Scotland Tonight.
Thank you.